I was just gonna say, like, I talked about it a little bit earlier. I want to see what Matt thinks about it. Sometimes we, do something. I don't want to call it lazy. It's not that, but it's like this obvious thing, right? Like, oh, let's just get Malik Monk here because that's De'Aaron Fox's best friend, and everything will be great. Well, that doesn't always like result in production just because somebody's friend is here and they get along. But it really does feel like it's helped Fox out a lot, having a guy like Malik Monk there. And not just that alone, but I think there is a big part of Malik being here that's re-energized De'Aaron Fox.
Mm.
And when they play on the floor together, it looks just like Kentucky again. Like it looks like they picked up right where they left off 5, 6 years ago. And Fox is out there having fun. He's kind of been a little bit more demonstrative. Monk has shown himself to be a leader in his own right. I'm just want to get your opinion on, do you see this? Did you think this will work this well between those two getting paired up again?
Seeing it in person, it definitely puts a lot more context, I think, to what they were doing at Kentucky and what they were able to do at Kentucky. Like, I remember when we first found out that Malik Monk was coming to Sacramento, thanks to a tip off from a couple of radio guys. I mean, De'Aaron was asked a lot of questions, and what one of the things De'Aaron kept saying is, "Man, we've talked every day. Like I've talked to Malik every day." He talked about how that Kentucky team, himself, Bam, Wendon Gabriel, like they talk all the time. So you can see that relationship has carried out throughout the years that they've been separate in the NBA. But like the on-court relationship, they just complement each other so well. And I remember going back down rabbit holes of that Kentucky backcourt. And I mean, everybody kind of thinks Malik Monk's primary skill in the NBA is as a shooter, but he was so lethal with De'Aaron in the fast break and attacking the basket and throwing lobs to each other like we got kind of a snippet of in Sacramento a couple of games ago. But to me, like what complements the way they complement each other the most on the floor, Kenny, and this is probably my favorite thing about their relationship, is they're very yin and yang in their attitudes, how they present themselves. Like Fox is very calm, composed, like he smiles, and we've seen there are moments where he'll bang his chest, and you saw his reaction during the Orlando Magic game winner, and it almost flipped a little bit. Like you notice everybody mobbed him except for Malik. Malik was kind of off to the side, and Fox was looking right at Malik and talking at Malik. Like that's the relationship that they have. But when you see Malik come into a game, whatever he does, pounding on his chest, screaming, whether it's an assist, a shot, like, yeah, exactly. Like Malik is just this energy, and Fox is kind of this calm, composed confidence, and they work really, really well together. And I think that energy that Malik has, like you said, kind of re-energized Fox in a lot of ways. Fox looks like he's having fun playing basketball right now, while also recognizing, oh, wait, my game's easy. Like I can get whatever I want right now, especially with my three-point shot dropping. And there also seems to be a confidence in De'Aaron knowing I've got players now. I got a team that's got my back, man. I can sit on the bench until 2 minutes left in the game and know that my backup point guard and Davion can handle the assignment. I got Sabonis to take some of the weight off my shoulders. I got my best buddy Monk. I have Kevin Herter who won't miss a three every time I pass to him. Like I got this rookie in Keegan Murray who has the confidence of Tim Duncan 10 years into his career. Like you can see just a revitalized, almost a refreshed De'Aaron. And to your point, Kenny, I think Malik is a major part of that.
I realized how easily influential I still am at 40-something years old when I looked at the video that we posted from the Odyssey party last night. It was me, Kenny, and Mia Moore, and I'm watching this Instagram reel, and I do this, and this was posted before the game. And
I can't confirm.
I remember thinking, okay, do like because they're filming us for 15 seconds, and I'm like, yeah, dude, there's three of us. All right. And I just did the 3-point thing. Yeah. And I was like, what did I do? What did I do that for? And Malik, I was like, oh, I took it from, I've been seeing Malik do it, and I took it from him and realized I have the impressionism of a 17-year-old.
Also, can we say too, like, I don't care
anything.
Whatever happened to Malik's face, I hope it never heals. Like Band-Aid Malik is up there with Ninja Headband De'Aaron Fox that the NBA had to take away because they knew it was a problem. Like Band-Aid Malik can't go nowhere. If
Nelly brocked it for like 4 years, Malik can do it too.
Yeah, I agree that. And you know what? So people, give it to Nelly, and I get it, especially where it's at.
I know where you're going.
Penny.
Oh, I thought you were going somewhere else.
Where?
Left eye.
Left eye did do. Well, left eye had something else on her left eye. That was crazy. I don't want to see Malik playing with that. I don't want to see Malik playing with
Google it, kids. If you don't,
we don't need Malik playing with that.
Just Google it. Matt George wasn't outside for the condom under the left eye. Matt George wasn't.
Huh?
Neither was Jesse. Jesse just gave me a look like, what? Yep. So just Google it. It's there.
So we don't need Malik doing that. But I remember Penny Hardaway had the Band-Aid, but it was above the brow. You know what I'm saying? He had the Band-Aid I think maybe it was in the playoffs or something like that. But, I agree with you, Matt. I think Malik needs to just lean on into this. This needs to be his thing right now.
Yeah, I think he's in an optimized role, like just an optimized role, and keep it that way.
I still think it's fantastic that someone hit the chatty house yesterday and said a referee scratched him. A referee scratched Malik Monk. And we're giving flowers to Malik Monk, rightfully so. He is, I made a Amon Shumpert comparison earlier. Matt George, how Kings fans have been longing for that swag that Shump brought, and it's like, you've got the swag. You got a significantly better ball player at this time in his career than Shump was when he was here. And I think there are just strong vibes around Malik Monk, but I don't want to talk about that fourth quarter because you addressed how De'Aaron did, how Davion did. The other side of that Malik Monk coin was Kevin Huerter. Kevin Huerter, who had just been, kind of, low key. Keegan Murray had a nice little bounce back game yesterday, in addition to Harrison Barnes's bounce back game. But when that fourth quarter rolled around, man, that was Kevin Huerter and Malik Monk on the offensive end, at least, doing business.
I just want to see Kevin Huerter show a little bit of facial expression while doing his 3-point celebration that he does, because he always hits it. Every time he hits a three, he hits it. But his face is just deadpan. I'm like, it looks like Keegan Murray.
It's called the Keegan Murray celebration.
Also, by the way, like the Kings media squad, like they do such a good job with their pregame videos or whatever, and they debuted a new one. Like they turned those around quick. They had De'Aaron's Orlando game winner as part of their like pregame hype video before starting lineups. And like for those of us who were at media day, like there were screaming in the background all day long because they were getting this screaming stuff to use for these kind of hype videos and things like that. And that's what produced the famous Mike Brown scream when he yelled back at him. But like, if I could lend a small critique there to the Kings media team, why did you use Domantas Sabonis's scream? It's like the most mellow scream out of all of them to open up the hype video. Like I heard some of them ear splitting screams, and Sabonis was like, ah! I was like, okay, Domas, cool, welcome. All right, I'm ready to go, I guess. Like
this is one of the most. It's got to be one of the most chill teams in the league between Keegan, Kevin Huerter, and Domas. Domas can be pretty aggressive on the floor,
right?
But like past that,
he's low key.
He's chill.
Yeah.
I mean, even TD threw down that dunk and let out a scream and got a technical foul for it. Hell, if they're going to get techs for that, I really want to see Kevin Huerter or Keegan get a tech just for lifting an eyebrow like The Rock.
Yeah, like, oh my God, Keegan Murray smiled. It'd be the smug referee from last night. Give him a technical.
What did you do to me?
After Kings wins too, Scott Moak always does in-arena interviews with players. And of course, they never get the superstars of the game because those typically go to TV and G-Man on radio. They had Keegan last night. And Keegan was very nice, said good things about the crowd and everything like that. But Moak has all this energy. Keegan, big win. How about this? Yeah, well, I'm happy to be home. We needed this win. I'm like, okay, Keegan.
That was Harrison. Harrison was the same way on television. When his mic worked, Harrison was the same exact way on television. And credit to Drapes and Matt Barnes, who just saw Harrison Barnes's mouth stop moving and just asked him another question. Because there's no way I saw Drapes look at Matt and they're like, uh-oh. And Matt saw Harrison Barnes stop talking, so he just asked him another question. It was tremendous.
I think Harrison was playing with us a little bit in the post-game media press conference last night too, because he would not talk about himself. If you asked him like James Ham opened his press conference about, hey, you looked like yourself tonight. And his answer was, I'm glad the team got a win. And he would not talk about himself. So But Mike Brown did stand up for him a little bit, saying, "I hope y'all don't talk about him as much." So
he was talking to you,
Harrison.
Me?
Yeah, he was talking to you and James Ham.
Well, James Ham for sure. James been trying to trade him since summertime.
Harrison is absolutely sick of us.
Oh, for sure.
Understandably so.